So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, and I want to share with you guys a question that I get very often, especially for those of you who are relocating and you're just like, Texas is on my radar, not specifically Dallas, but Texas in general. And of course, if you're moving to Texas, you have options like places like Houston or San Antonio. But one of the questions I get very often is, should I move to Dallas or Austin? And look, I get it. Both of these cities are really great. They're kind of booming right now, and they have incredible opportunities if Texas is on your map and your radar. But they are wildly different in terms of cost, lifestyle, and long-term investment potential. So in this video, I am going to break down to you the difference between Dallas and Austin. Hi, I'm Dee, your real estate broker here in the DFW area, and I help a lot of professionals relocating to and within Texas, specifically Dallas, find the right home and city that is perfect for you. And today, we're breaking down Dallas versus Austin across everything that actually matters, from housing costs, career opportunities, lifestyle, and which one is going to make the most sense for your money. I'm also going to share 3 critical questions that you need to ask yourself before choosing between cities, plus the biggest mistake that I see some of the buyers that make that cost them a lot of money and equity down the road. So whether you're team Dallas or team Austin, let's dive in and figure out which city is for you. And I want to give a disclaimer. I've never lived in Austin. I've only lived in Dallas, but I've definitely visited, and I did a lot of research on this topic so I can give you the lowdown today. Don't get me wrong, both Dallas and Austin are really great cities with their own unique personalities, their own unique pros and cons, and each sometimes have diehard fans who wouldn't dream of living in the other place. But choosing between them, that is where it really gets interesting if you are relocating to Texas. So first, let's talk about the cost of living between the two cities and housing. So while Dallas has appreciated significantly, it still offers better value in the luxury market. So for professionals looking at homes around $500,000 and above, Dallas delivers a little bit more space, better amenities, and a stronger long-term and appreciation potential. Luxury homes are going to range anywhere between $500,000 up to $2 million, offering more square footage, premium features, established affluent neighborhoods like Preston Hollow, Highland Park, and Plano. Property taxes are high, we've talked about this, but purchase prices create a better overall investment here in DFW. There's also more inventory in the luxury market, which means better negotiation power for buyers. In Austin, the luxury market is a little bit more competitive and expensive, but properties have shown exceptional appreciation for those that can actually afford the entry point. So in Austin, you're gonna have luxury homes that start around $800,000 for what you could get in Dallas for around $500,000. In Austin, you're gonna also have limited inventory in the desirable areas, which kind of drives up your competition as well as your prices. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the job market and career opportunities between the two cities. Dallas has a really good diverse economy with opportunities across multiple industries, which is perfect for seasoned professionals looking to advance or pivot their careers. And the corporate presence here in Dallas is pretty good. Major corporate headquarters extract some of the really great talent from companies like AT&T, American Airlines, and ExxonMobil. We also have a strong financial sector here in DFW with some high-paying financial roles and positions. DFW also does a really great job in the healthcare and medical field with opportunities for some of those established professionals. So if you're thinking about Austin, just know that from a job perspective, Austin is one of the tech capitals. It is really ideal for professionals in their peak earning years who want equity and upside with some startup opportunities. Some of the major tech companies that are in the Austin area offering some really great opportunities are companies like Apple, Google, Tesla, and Meta. Austin is also going to provide a thriving startup ecosystem for experienced professionals wanting a little bit more of an equity play. So Austin kind of gives you like a Texas Silicon Valley vibes. It's going to attract venture capitalists and high growth companies. So let's talk culture and lifestyle. And again, if you are in Austin, don't come from me in my comments. This is simply just my opinion, but I would love to hear from you. If you were thinking about Dallas and you chose Austin, please put in the comments on why and what you think about the area now now that you live there. But from a cultural and lifestyle perspective, Dallas has a more kind of cosmopolitan business focused vibe. You want to kind of think of upscale dining, professional networking. We have a really great arts district and kind of a more polished suburban feel. Here in Dallas, you're going to have access to great museums, the art scenes, as well as sophisticated dining and shopping. So professionals like yourself want to come to this area for a more business-oriented culture. So in Austin, there's kind of a quote that I learned that is kind of all about keeping Austin weird. It's quirky, it's creative, and it's a little bit more laid back. Austin is also legendary for its music scene, and the city embraces more casual and more of an artistic lifestyle. In Austin, you're gonna see live music everywhere. Now, Dallas has a really good live music scene, but Austin is definitely going to be top tier in this area. You're also going to have really good options for food truck culture, as well as unique local eateries. So Austin is going to give you more of that relaxed, kind of creative atmosphere. So let's talk traffic and transportation. Dallas has an extensive highways, but notorious for its traffic, especially during rush hour. The city is very car dependent, though the DART is expanding. It's really not a great option depending on where you're going. So here in Dallas, we're gonna have heavy traffic congestion, car dependent for sure, and the DART rail system connects some of the areas, but is really a urban sprawl, which means longer commutes. And if you are considering Austin, Austin's traffic might actually be worse than Dallas, especially within the rapid population growth that they had experienced over the last few years. The I-35 corridor is particularly brutal. It is going to have limited access to public transportation, but you will see a little bit more of a walkability in the downtown Austin area than you will the Dallas downtown area. So traffic has gotten significantly worse, and honestly, both cities are pretty bad when it comes to traffic, so pick your poison. So if you are seriously considering and weighing your options on Dallas versus Austin, or even Dallas versus Houston, which comes up quite a bit as well, I've put together a free relocation guide that really digs deeper into the neighborhood comparisons, the school ratings, as well as other market trends. So whether you're moving to Texas from out of state or you're relocating here within the area, this guide is going to give you the insider scoop and information you need to make the right decision and move for you and your family. You can click on the link that's in the description box. It's totally free. I hope that it really provides you a lot of good information and insight on the DFW area. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the weather and outdoor activities between the two cities. So Dallas, similar to Texas heat, but Dallas can feel a little bit more urban and less connected to nature within the city limits. It's like a concrete jungle here. You definitely have to make sure you're being intentional if you want to connect with Mother Nature. Here in Dallas, you're gonna have more urban parks and recreational facilities, but there's also a lot of lake activities within driving distance if you live here in Dallas. So, but if Austin more is on your radar, you're gonna have better access to the natural and nature in that particular city. Has a lot more recreation that is pretty close by that you can get to. But you're still in Texas, so you're still gonna have some hot summers, but just with more green spaces and more water activities. All right, so let's talk about food. This is important when people are considering moving to other cities. It's always like, is the food good? So Dallas has an incredible sophisticated dining scene here with world-class restaurants, celebrity chefs, a lot of fine dining, and upscale. So you'll get your mix of diverse international cuisines. You'll have a lot of options for formal dining as well. And the barbecue in DFW is excellent. But if you are in Austin or considering Austin, the food scene is a little bit more casual, but equally impressive, famous for food trucks, barbecue, and other creative local spots. So from a nightlife and entertainment perspective, Dallas's nightlife tends to be a little bit more upscale, rooftop bars, clubs, and a sophisticated social scene. And you're also gonna have access to areas like Deep Ellum for a more alternative scene, as well as the Bishop Arts District. Professional networking events are going on all around DFW all the time, as well as more formal entertainment options. And in Austin, the live music scene is literally legit there. It is the live music capital of the world, and the nightlife revolves around music venues, from tiny clubs to major festivals. So Dallas might actually have the edge for established professionals with families, offering mature, suburban communities and excellent private schools if you need access to that. Dallas is also going to have really great options for luxury suburbs like Plano, Frisco, Prosper, or even Highland Park. There are options here for top tier private schools and educational options. So Austin's also going to attract a lot of successful professionals, but it can be a little bit more challenging for families due to cost and some of the rapid growth pressures. In Austin, you're going to definitely see a lot of growth in the luxury market, but there's going to be limited inventory. In the Austin area, some of the research suggests that the school districts are really, really good, but facing some capacity challenges. So you definitely want to make sure you're considering that if you are relocating to that area. So from a size perspective, Dallas is a little bit larger and it feels more like a major metropolitan area with kind of like your distinct neighborhoods and suburbs. So it's really, really large. I've talked about this in some of my other videos where the Metroplex kind of sprawls over 200 plus cities. But you do have very distinct neighborhoods and suburbs. So there's a little bit of culture differences depending on where you are in the Metroplex, but it definitely feels like more of a big city. Whereas for some of the research that I've done, Austin still has some small town charm despite its rapid growth, and you have more of a compact downtown core to the city. So from an overview perspective, Dallas tends to offer a little bit more value and appreciation potential, while Austin offers a little bit of a higher risk, but the value and potential of the area is also there as well with higher rewards. But here's what most people miss. It's not just about the city, it's also about the timing, the market, as well as choosing the right neighborhood and city that is best gonna fit for you and your family. So whether that's long-term consideration or from an investment perspective, you really wanna make sure that you're asking yourself a few critical questions to make the right decision. So let me share the biggest mistakes I see with successful professionals who choose a city first and then try to find the right property. So here are the 3 critical things I would ask myself, not only if you are trying to decide between Dallas and Austin, but ultimately if you are considering a relocation in general. And one of those should be, where will your equity grow faster? Especially if you're here, this is a real estate channel. And so investing into real estate is really important for multiple reasons, but will really go faster for you over the next 5 to 10 years. This requires a little bit of market analysis and not just kind of a gut feeling. Which cities, neighborhoods align with your long-term goals, and which areas you feel like are going to have some appreciation potential. Another critical question you want to make sure you ask yourself is, how will your career trajectory influence your move, especially over the next 5 to 10 years. So this is really going to vary depending on the industry that you work in, as well as where you are in your career. This is going to really help decide the best place for your next relocation. Another question you want to ask is, which neighborhood and city is really right for me based on where I am in my life at this time? Are you a single professional? Are you just now starting a family, or are you thinking about retiring? Understanding where you are in your life journey will really help you make the decision that is right for you based on that time. So the truth is that both cities are really great options, right? It really just depends on your vibe and your goals on which one may make the best decision for you. So Dallas is going to offer really stable appreciation and maybe even some cash flow, while Austin is going to provide a higher risk reward situation that can either accelerate or slow your wealth building. So if you're thinking about making a move to Texas, whether you're relocating based on your career move or even family, I would love to connect. I help a lot of families move to the area and really asking them a bunch of series of questions to help them make the right decision for their move. You can actually utilize the information that's on your screen, or you can use the link that is in my description box to book a free consultation call for us to connect and really talk about your goals. So are you Team Dallas or Team Austin? I would love to know. Drop your comments below and tell me what is driving your decision and which city you feel like more appeals to you. I read every single comment, and I even sometimes create videos based on your comments that you put in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.